I from? That's a question. Where are you from? That's a question. And this has to do with heritage. What is your heritage? I tell you, 99% of the world population never answered this question. Where am I from? It's not a question of ethnicity, and when you answer it based on ethnicity, the underlying factors, the underlying cause that you will shun away from, which will help you to get to self-discovery. Where am I from? When you ask someone that, where are you from? I'm coming from Africa. I'm coming from Europe. I'm coming from, Asia. I'm coming from, UAE or elsewhere all over the world. That goes beyond that. Because to get to know where you're coming from, you need to get to the cause, to the very components of your existence, the ingredients that were mixed up together to come up with someone who is called you, the one I'm talking to. Dear viewer, it is so important to answer this question all the time. Where am I from? I know you in America, you in Uganda, you in Kenya, you in Tanzania, you are all over, where you are all over the world. But this is a very important question, youths of this generation. You must ask yourself, where am I from? Sometimes you ask people, where are you from? I'm from Uganda. But particularly, since it is a question of heritage, you may find that, someone is, the dad is a Muganda, the mom is a Musoga, the father is a white, the mother is a black. When you just generalize that I'm coming from Africa, I'm coming from Europe, that will not take us to the gist of your existence, and it will not be satisfying enough to say that I'm coming from this continent. It is so imperative to know that if I'm a white, the dad is a white, and the mom is a black, for instance, you may know is a black, you may be Ugandanese, you may be a Senegalese, you may be a Nigerian. The father may be a white and is coming from Europe, yes. You may be white and is coming from Scandinavian country or elsewhere in the world. But what were the ingredients? Now this will take us to the core of the abilities, because the generic, the genotypes that that composes you, that you came from, are so important to know and to pave your direction in line with purpose and destiny. That is so important. Where am I from? Now, until you know who you are, that's why you will know where you're coming from. Until you get to the self-identity that we addressed in the first episode, that's how you will get to know where you're coming from. Because you know your identity, you know who you are, and then you'll get to the answer of where you are coming from. That is so important. Youths of this generation don't know where they are coming from. Youths of this generation don't have self-identity. That's why people are fighting to be other people's identity. That's why the fashion industry is thriving from, is mushrooming, is exploiting the space, because it's dealing with people who don't know their identity and who don't know where they are coming from. Heritage. Where am I coming from? It is so important and imperative, my dear youths, my dear viewers, to know where you're coming from. You may live in a posh life. You may have posh people around you. You may move with prominent people in the world. But it is so important to know where you're coming from. Because when you keep alone, you will talk to yourself. Things are, there are so many ideas and, invoking narrations that will come across, lingering across your mind, that are calling you to answer this question, where am I from? Now, after getting to this question, then this will redirect you to the purpose of your existence, and this will help you to get to your destiny. That is so important. My dear viewers, my fellow youths all over the world, my fellow youths in Uganda here, my fellow youths in Uganda, that's my tribe here. It is so imperative to know where you're coming from. For me, I'm coming from a village deep down there. I've been raised from a poor family where we can hardly get a meal to eat. My mom is a Musoga and my dad is a Muganda. I'm a mixture of the two. Now, all the ingredients that I'm made of is what will propel me to get to the purpose and drive me to my destiny. That is so important. There are some people who forget where they are coming from. You are coming from a very poor background, and you will love more to work hard so that you can cut across, so that you can jump, go off. You can raise yourself below the poverty line to see that you work hard to achieve it. It is a question to know where you're coming from, and that will propel you, that will direct you, and that will give you a clear direction to your destiny. And I'm telling you, my dear youth, my dear viewers, that you will get to the destination. It's imperative to note this, that destiny and purpose, they coexist. Purpose in the arena, it ranges fast, but the purpose is what makes us move, is what is fueling us to move up to reach our destination. Now, how far have you gone? How far have you moved? How far have you surpassed, your grandparents, your grand who existed before? Are you keeping their glory, or are you shunning down their glory? Are you appraising them, or you are putting them down? That is so important, that we know where we are coming from. It's not a matter of ethnicity, but it's a matter of getting to the cause of your existence, the ingredients of your existence. That will give you that zeal and the courage to move from strength to strength, and at the end of the time, you are going to get to your destiny. And your destiny is well defined by God Himself. When you read, when He told Prophet Jeremiah that, I knew you before you existed in your mother's womb. That is so important, that God prepared already our destiny, but the devil is shunning you and me away from our destiny. Let us always answer this question: where are we coming from? Are you coming from a poor background? You can fight and cut across it so that you can get to your destiny. Are you coming from a rich background? It is high time that you maintain that pride and that hard work to see that it can go from strength to strength. May God bless you.